Hi, Macy Goodbooks. Hi, I'm Macy again. Today we're doing something a little different, and only because we're doing the Debbie Macomber novel vlog. I'm actually quite excited to do, so we're doing this from a different angle. Not normally where we actually do it at where my bookshops are at, but I do want to sell my Debbie Macomber novels and can talk about them. So let's have some fun with the Debbie Macomber books that I have. Before we start, this one is a new novel that I picked up last week at Barnes & Nobles. And, yeah. Okay, for starters, we're going to start with the new one. So this was Debbie Macomber, Starry Night. And I actually saw this movie on Hallmark. And that was a great movie. So I'm going to read you some of the, but it's kind of like about in the inside thing of the dust cover. So before we start, we need the dust covers and the back sides of the other ones I do have here. Don't worry about these. These are specialty books. We're about to do a different kind of vlog on that in the next 3 months. But, okay. So, before we get started doing this completely vlog, so I know Debbie Macomber is New York's best time selling book author of all times. I never read one of her books, but I am going to hear one of her books. I'm actually excited. I know somebody who borrowed a Debbie Macomber book from me, and she is loving it. She's totally loving it. Okay, let's start with Debbie Macomber's Starry Night. So this is the new one I got from Barnes & Nobles. Okay. But this movie was kind of interesting to watch because I kind of already knew the storyline of this one. Carrie Sultan, a big city. Story page climates blogs to write more serious news stories, so her editor hands her a challenge. She can cover any topic she wants, but only if she first scores the paper and interview with the nominee executive Arthur Van Donnan. We're gonna read. So yeah, so I seen this movie. That's where I'm gonna stop at this one because we have enough more to cover. So the movie was absolutely, honestly gorgeous. Like I said, it was a Hallmark movie, but this movie was pretty much about this girl. Her boss wanted her to do this article on a let me see. Yeah, this article of a high mountain range, like skiing hill. So she did, but her boss absolutely loved it, and he did put it in the newspaper. So that's what this book is honestly about. When I saw the movie, I thought, oh my god, this is honestly perfect. But this gal went to the place that of different activities. she did a writing class that it was like so cool. But she ended up falling in love with a single dad every time, and they fought madly in love. So, you know, they celebrate Christmas together. When he tried to break up with her, she didn't take it well. But that was pretty much, and they still invited her to Christmas. Yeah, so I thought that was pretty cool. So that's what this book's about. And I cannot, so they can't wait to honestly read it. Debbie Macomber books are quite easy, fast reads for, I don't say any ages, but at least for like teenage and all of our ages pretty much. But anyone who has easy read, Debbie Macomber books are the best ones to get ever read. Because she's a nerd. Because she's a nerd best time selling author of all times. So that's, well, you know, see how my setup here is for the Debbie Macomber. So the next one we are going to be, this one is Debbie Macomber married in Texas. No. North Benefield is feeling a bit agitated those days. Her father is recovering from his heart attack, and her sisters are each busy planning their weddings. But then a Kansas workers Texan named Randy Cassidy crashes his small plane in the Orchard Valley and North Lake and all nursing experience she never encountered a more difficult man or more incredible one, but Randy's conversation to the field is complicated, and Noah doesn't know if she can trust her heart to him. So this sounds like both sisters are getting ready to get married, but it cannot take place on a farm. The gal sisters, they are now getting married to two guys, and of course, the gal, sounds like her dad owned a orchard valley, like, yeah, but the sister did not get married in a farm, and I thought that was really fun, honestly, to read. And this one, these ones I never read yet, but I can't wait to read, because never read a Debbie Macomber book before, but there's always a first time for everything. So that's what pretty much this book was honestly about. But I don't know. So this is, I believe, 2 stories in one. It's 2 stories in one. The other one is called North and Lone Star Living. I saw that movie and it was amazing. The other one was the second one of. So yeah, that's what Mary, Texas is honestly about. So I might honestly want to read this one in February TBR because it's gonna fall well because of Valentine's Day. And this one might be a really fun, honestly, quick read. I don't know how many pages this one is, but Debbie Macomber writes a lot of great books. I do have to say, this is number 346 pages. Wow. I thought they would be much more shorter, but they're not, because it's 2 stories in 1 book of this one. So, can't wait to read it. And this is probably going to be one of my picks for my next month, TBR. So I'm honestly quite excited. The next book is this one I'm probably ended up hearing. And this is so this one's her newest one from 2023, which came out actually last year. This was also by the same book author Debbie Macomber. This is her on the back. Like I said, New York Times bestselling author. This one is The Best Is Yet to Come. A new beginning in charming Oceanside, Washington, is exactly what Hope Godwin needs after the death of her twin brother. That there are plenty of decisions like her cozy cottage with a scenery new landers next door. Landlords next door, and a barring drama among her sadness at the local high school. Even having settled quickly into the community, Hope feels that something is still missing that is until her landlords convince her to volunteer at their animal shelter. There she meets Shadow and Rescue Dog. Everyone has grown up on but turned to her name. Hope believes he's worth saving. Okay, that's where I'm gonna stop reading right there because I don't want to do any more. I'm not gonna do any spoilers. So this one sounds like it's about a gal who lives right near a lake. That she lives right next door to her landlords, and right next door to her landlords. But they had this organization of an animal shelter to honestly to volunteer. Actually, I find that quite interesting, only because this one is one I'm honestly going to be hearing. And I can't wait to hear Debbie Macomber. And like I said, this is her 2023 newest novel. And this one I might be picking in March. Maybe not in March, but I'm going to be hearing this book. And I'm actually quite excited because it sounds like it's going to be a great, great book. Not only because it's going to be a great book to hear. And I'm actually quite excited because I never heard a Debbie Macomber book. This will be my first time, and I'm actually quite excited. So the next book is, I get this one in Vegas. See right here, it has a full series. This one's also by Debbie Macomber. 1022 Evergreen Plays. So let's see what this one's about. Dear readers, guess what I'm falling in love with? Mark McPhee. My baby daughter, Nemia, and I have been living next door to Mask since the spring. I'm still a little worried about our relationship because I haven't always made good decisions when it comes to men. My baby's father, David Richards, is testament to that. I'm so worried that he might sue for custody. In the meantime, the World War II letters I found are a wonderful decision. Both Mark and I are trying to learn what happened to the soldier who wrote them and the woman he loved. Come by sometime for a glass of iced tea. I will show you the letters, plus I will tell you the latest about Grace and Olivia, my brother Lex, and his wife Lori, who tried to not about 5 minutes after they met, and all or other mental friends. Oh, and maybe Mac can join us. Mary Jo Rays. Oh, it sounds like this one's right up my alley because I love World War II. This sounds like kind of similar book I did honestly finish. World War I by my favorite book author, Nicholas Sparks. But this one is honestly sounds like about finding two letters from World War II of David. I guess sounds like she read the letters that honestly sounds like throw her through a loop that she wanted to read the letters from World War II. So this is gonna be sorry guys. Okay, so yeah, this sounds like a great online novel. It sounds like this book is making me want to read it. And only because it's amazing. So this book sounds like it's kind of based on what I heard, kind of. But actually, this one it sounds like it's gonna be a good online novel. This book seriously making me want to read it. You know, so because it has a really good warm spring feeling to it. So you can tell on the cover, it looks like it's like a springtime kind of like a book. It sounds like honestly a good read. I do want to read this book. I might pick this book for next month maybe. But actually no, I'm gonna read this in the springtime this year. And I'm actually quite excited. So that's that book. Now we're on the stack. This one is also by Debbie Macomber, and this one's called Reading Hearts. Every computer has been with published personal login factor for a while, but she logs for a long more magic, fireworks, and passing. Then she meets Tate, and Tate, the handsome stranger who might just be excitement. She's been looking for a new. Logan needs to fight for Abby and prove once for all he loves her, but does an everyday guy like Logan have a chance against a man like Tate? Ooh. So it sounds like a crazy love story about these two people that she don't know what it is. But it sounds like kind of like a bachelor kind of thing. But I can now understand what this book's about. I probably should read the bottom part so we have more intake on it. Love by degree. Getting back to college. Hitting the books. Yes, Ellen Gersham's new life. Money's a light tight, and she's lucky enough to find inspirative logging and a horse with 3 young college boys, and it plays house mother, and selection. They works for everyone except Reed Morgan. Reed Morgan, the Advanced's owner. He's not afraid to find his house occupied by a bunch of college kids and unexpectedly Ellen. So it sounds like, okay, so I read the other part of this book. This part on the back here. Well, it sounds like it's about 2 college kids. Let's say a group of college kids. Just finally going back to college, hitting the books, studying really hard, and honestly, it sounds like a great book. Not only because it looks like it's set in the summer, spring kind of thing. And it sounds like a really funny, easy book. I don't know how many pages this one is, but I always have to find that out. Oh, 356 pages. Wow. So this is going to probably be a good win-win across summer, between spring and summer. Sounds like a really fun, interesting book. So the next one is Dad. It is another Christmas novel. It's another 2 stories in one. It's also by the same book author, Debbie Macomber. This one is a Christmas message and Christmas letters, and it's called Mr. Miracle. Okay, the first one, Christmas letters. Kathleen O'Connor spoke her days at a cozy cafe writing Christmas letters for other people. She's good at making their everyday lives sound more interesting, but for renewed child physicalist Dr. Wayne Jeffers, who also penguins that coffee Christmas means disciplining Kathleen begins with Wayne about his thoughts, while he argues that her letters are nothing but lies, the desires about the physically everything. But as the days more closer to Christmas, Catherine and Wayne may find the love means accepting your difference while deserving what you share. So, the Christmas message sounds like it's like this good at Kathleen's running all these different letters to other people, but this specific other person doesn't want her to do that, so he tries to stop her. But actually, she continues. So you can tell there's a dog right there on the cover. Sounds like a dog is sending these messages after this Lady Kathleen writes them. So that's what that one's about. Call me Mr. Miracle. Well, let's see what this one's about. For Jake finally on for Finally's disciplines share in New York City, Christmas means only one thing to him. Proved the holiday was destroyed for him by a triggered years before, but now he needs a Christmas miracle to keep the businesses afloat. Holly Lesson needs a miracle too. Her nephew's father won't be home for Christmas, but at last she can get him the one gift he desperately wants. If she can figure out how to pay for it. Finally, it's Mr. Miracle to the rescue. Next to making children happy, she likes nothing better than helping others, and that includes a bit of matchmaking. So this one sounds like a love story like on Christmas. Call me Mr. Christmas. It sounds like this guy found his perfect match through this lady that he never thought he would be going out with. But honestly, ended up finding his matchmaker and all that kind of perspective. But this guy actually did fall in love with this lady, and only because she seems like the perfect match for him. So that's what Call Me Mr. Santa is about. So leads to our next one. This is another Christmas one of Debbie Macomber, and this is called Small Town Christmas. I'm going to read one part. Thomas, Texas is a good place to live with the person you love. When Richard called Payson and his wife Jane better known to Dr. Texas face a threat to their marriage. She leaves Promise, the town that's become her home as much as his. Will June be back by Christmas? Because for both of them, the greatest gift of all would be her return to Promise. Isn't your Atlantis town, after being jaded by her fiance's Camina Mayer's end up the thanks to her matchmaking aunts who sent her on what appears to be an autumn vacation. Not surprisingly, they have something different in mind, something that involves spending a snowy Christmas in handsome Paul, Texas, home as his now older bride. So this sounds like this place gonna take place in Texas. So it's kind of like another matchmaker kind of thing, but it was more celebrating this motel Christmas, and only because his friend June stayed out of town. I don't think they found her, but she ended up coming back to this town, Promise, Texas town, because like I said, it's a small town, so there might be like over 60, 75 people who lives in this little town. So this one sounds like what it is about to me, only because this one has 375 pages. Wow. Now I read this novel again, and I'm actually quite excited. This one I might want to honestly read this year, and only because it sounds like a really interesting book. Let me start next one. We have two of this one. Here. We're going through these honestly quite quickly. So I have two different covers of this book. We actually were going to read part of the backs of one of these. So I'm going to probably want to do this one because these are both the same book, but it's different covers. Because the suitcases here are on top of my car. This one's like right next to my house. So the one I'm going to be reading the back of is this one. So it's pretty much the same book, but two different covers. Okay. But honestly, I'm only going to read a little bit because I want no spoilers. In the middle of the year, in the middle of her life, Bethany Henneman took a road trip with her daughter, Annie, and her former mother-in-law, Ruth. They're driving to Florida for Ruth's 50th high school reunion. A long-time winded Ruth would like to present with Rice the love of her teenage life. She's had his alone too. Bethany needs time to reflect on the decision she has to make. But ever or not to resolve to be resentful with her ex-husband, Garrett Grant, her children's father. Meanwhile, Annie's out of proof to her on-time boyfriend that she can live a brilliant life without him. So there are women driving across America. They have that their map and their directions, but even the best planned journey can take you to a turn in the road or lead to an unexpected entertainment, like the day Bethany meets a man named Max. Yeah, so this is pretty much. So this sounds like both of these are kind of like going on the way to Florida for this good new Bethany's. She took her daughter, but her daughter can actually live without her boyfriend. And only because her mother's high school reunion is where actually Bethany's actually from. Her ex-boyfriend is actually from her teenage years, also. So she went into high school reunion, but they made the wrong turn. So that's what pretty much what two of these books are about, pretty much the same thing, but the other one has not more detail. Actually, the reason why I don't want to read the back of the other one, because it's pretty much the same thing. So these both do sound like a good fun summer books. This next one is Navy Grooms, actually by the same author, Debbie Macomber. Aaron McNamara has one rule: never tell for a Navy man, but from the plus-stopping moment his eyes met ignorant Brandon Davis across a crowded lounge, Aaron knows life will never be the same. Sexy, tender, and strong, Brandon is all she ever dreamed of in a man, but he's also Navy. And as a Navy Brit from way back, she knows better than to give her heart to the suffering man. So this sounds like this guy is a Navy SEAL, but doesn't know how to explain it to Aaron. But they fall in love, and they really, really are happy. This sounds like another book that I honestly read, but this book is honestly sounds like a beautiful, beautiful read, and only because it's about this girl named Aaron that this guy who she honestly never met, but they end up falling in love. You know, she met this guy who's actually, like I said, a Navy SEAL from a different country. Then, and they end up getting married and live a happy life. So, that's what this book's honestly about. And I honestly can't wait. Some of her books are honestly really easy to read. But here's another book by Debbie Macomber. This is called Christmas Wishes. Kathleen O'Connor, known as K.O. Arthur, her 5-year-old twins, known as strongly object to her sister's place to discipline with Christmas Zodiac is following the thirst of child pornography promised Wayne Jeffers, another of the four child, and as having KO's neighbor, KO is permanently terrified by his ecstatic to bury since under the sight, and she's out to prove that Wayne and his ideas are full of snow. He's not going to want her nicest Christmas too bad. The guy's a dreaded adventurer. So this sounds like it's about Santa Claus being. It sounds like it's about old St. Nicholas, and only because Kathleen O'Connor kind of tries to make a trade-up, but it honestly sounds like on this novel all along that she really wants to have a wonderful Christmas with her family, and Kathleen really wants to have a very Merry Christmas this year. So it sounds like she makes a bigger Christmas wish. Her wish probably did not come true. Maybe. But it sounds like a really great Christmas novel for around Christmas time. It sounds like a really great novel. So, this next one, because the same book author by Debbie Macomber, it's got Dakota Barn. Buffalo Valley, North Dakota. Like so many small Midwest towns, its dying stores are boarded up, sidewalks cracked, houses need a coat of paint, but dissipate all that. There's a spirit of hope, of defense. The people still living in Buffalo Valley are fight for their town. The NRC Sounder is a newcomer. She's an outsider, even though she spends childhood vacations here. Now she returns to see the family house again to explain family secrets and the relatives her life to her own estimates. The she decides to stay to inspect the Vincent person of teacher. Her decision marks a new beginning for Buffalo Valley, for the magazine who discovers in this broken little town the love, the purpose she been seeking. So this sounds like this is about North Buffalo Valley, North Dakota. Sounds like this takes place in an old schoolhouse. That she didn't know that she was gonna be a substitute teacher. That she did not honestly expect, but she did go back quite a few times to visit relatives, not only because she went back to the old house to see so that she grew up living when she was a little kid, pretty much. So this is what this book is honestly about. I honestly can't wait to read this book at some point. Whatever books that I my read this sorry. Shouldn't see that. Sorry, my phone. Okay, so that's what this book is honestly about. It seems like a really great story. I never read Debbie Macomber before, but I am going to hear one of her books. But this one does sound quite interesting to read. Leads to our next one. Really, actually, the second it sounds like it's going to... This is also another Debbie Macomber. This one's called Caroline's Child, Heart of Texas. So, Caroline's Child. Who's the father of Caroline's child? Everyone is promised wants to know, but no one's ever asked or even will. Maggie's 5 now, and Caroline Densels has kept her silent all these years. It doesn't change how the people in this community feels about Caroline. They're protective of her and Meg. They care, especially Rich's greedy Kristen, who's beginning to realize he more than cares. So it sounds like about a little girl who loves to play with dolls. This book only has 217 pages. Sounds like a kind of a short book. So this sounds like this little girl. Nobody can find her dad. Yet nobody knew who the father was. Honestly, and only because she couldn't find her dad, but she lived with her and her sister lived with some guy who actually took them in. He actually cares about the two gals very much. So that's what this book's honestly about. Not only because it's just like a little, honestly, like sad story, but it seems like it would really interesting read. This next book is also by Debbie Macomber. This is called The Marriage Groom. Other than those two other books of the series too. Johnson managed a convent. Johnson was almost a marriage queen because he almost married one of the many sisters with that broken engagement. Behind him, he speaks to New Year's Eve in Las Vegas, where he met Summer Levinson. She's just suffered a painful bicycle, and James promised her that in years she'll be over it to prove his point. He makes a date to meet her in Vegas sometime next year. Explained it turns out to be more than a date, it's a wedding. But it's also like the two Anna gets married. They met in Vegas, they went on sounds like so many dates, but actually it so many dates, but they ended up getting married in Vegas. So this honestly sounds like another like small town beginning to be like a big town wedding of Las Vegas. They went to. So they ended up getting married, and they couldn't even be honestly more happier. We only have 3 more left. This next one is actually the same book author, and it's called Dear Santa. Lydia Council isn't feeling perfectly joyful when they return home the Richard Washington for Christmas. The man she thought was the one the man she thought was the one has cheated on her with her best friend, and she feels completely devoted carefully in her graphic design job. Not even colors or Christmas cookies can cheer her up. But Mindy's mother, Ellen, remembered an old trend that might lift her daughter's spirit. Reading through a box, childhood letters to Santa, mainly about what she wished for a young gal, may be just the inspiration Lydia needs. With Ellen's encouragement, she decides to write a new letter to Santa. And that's where I'm just going to stop, because I did put this one in a vlog last year that this sounds like a gal that she wrote a letter to Santa, helped her child to write a new letter, then sent out to Santa, and it sounds like Santa granted that was just right for them. But the gal's mother, her mother, saw the last past letters from when she was a child, and kind of encouraged her daughter to do the same thing. So that's why this book sounds like seems like a really fun, easy book to read. This is only 233 pages. Wow. So yeah, this one honestly does sound like a really good all-time novel. Sorry, I haven't answered my own. But this book I do when this book I was meant to read it for Christmas, but ended up didn't read it because I had so many books to read the other time. I'm still kind of getting caught up. Actually, I am caught up, but I'm honestly reading. It's been a good it looks like a good all-in-one book. They set up like for a Christmas wish. So we have 2 more books left. Another Christmas book and another fun read. So we're going to start over with this one. This one's Favorite Forever by Debbie Macomber. Cindy and the Prince. Cindy Torito claims officers after hours to put herself through school. So there's no reason she should ever meet the exclusive that then Cindy crashes the company's Christmas Hall. Dreaded and important, and her completely competitors and the authorization of corporate VP Cinemark's plans after a magical night together. Cindy faces, but there's a determined to uncover the woman who took his heart when she left at midnight. Some kind of wonderful. So I'm not going to read the other part. This is honestly, the secret stories. So the top one sounds like it's about another Christmas one, but fine. She found this prince. Actually, I did see this movie on Hallmark. It was honestly about this child in the Christmas concert at the church that this prince came to town for some kind of meeting that she had to go to, but ended up not going to because the prince wanted to spend more time with her. So this next one's got some kind of wonderful. Preschool teacher Judy Livens will always put her family first. So when her father's businesses surrounded with the takeover, Judy will do whatever she can help their family's most religious memory and Joe Manfield's businessman stowed to get his own way. Let's see what time it is real quick. Seems like it's very late. Oh, it's not that bad. To their family's most ruthless enemy, John McFeed, a businessman, to getting his own way in the but while they spend time together on his return, carrying diamonds, it isn't long before Judy discovered that John is far from the best of seemed to be the smart, active man, and might even be someone she could love. So it sounds like an epic love story to me. Sounds like an epic love story like a bachelor kind of set up. So this one, some kinds of wonderful. It sounds like about the final days of a bachelor finding his true love. But actually, I kind of find this honestly fascinating, and only because love stories are, romance altogether is kind of cool of rather than different kind of books that I ever honestly would have read. I don't love to read, but honestly, this book was taking place on a wonderful island that she did not expect an engagement, but they have another chance of love. So this one is honestly about. So this next one is another Christmas one, and I honestly can't wait to read this. So let's see what this one's about. And this one's called Jingle All the Way. I don't have the other book yet. Like I said, somebody's borrowing it. But this is all that I have is that other one. It's not quite back yet. Okay, this one. Trapped in the middle of the ceremony, and Mcomber always had big dreams. Now a top real east exclusive Everly finds that her work in her life, leaving no space for anything or anyone else seeing her, but stories every serves. She takes December off at the first a month away. Seem crazy how well she completely survives without her, but Everly's mother convinced her otherwise. She doesn't. She deserves a vacation first. When she remains, she'll have no excuse to skip family Christmas like she did last year. But after her reservoir assistance books kindness cruise on the American instead of the lyrics beach vacation, she expects every terrified realize that she's about to spend the next 2 weeks topped with no Wi-Fi, the rain forest near Ash, and Adams the site clearing. I want to read the rest because I don't want to spoil anybody's reading this specific book, but it sounds like it's like they're going out of town. There's no Wi-Fi. They're on vacation. That sounds like a wonderful joyride. Wonderful joyride, not only because the daughter was not unhappy there was no Wi-Fi, but they were never like in a hotel room. Pretty much. So that's what this one was about. This one is a Christmas novel, but it doesn't sound like a epic Christmas novel. Only because, yeah. So if they also went there for Christmas, so just to celebrate Christmas at a different place, like in some kind of island they visited. So that's what this one is about. The other one that I don't have, that I will look up for all of us real quickly. Okay. It's, what is the book called? 12 Days of Christmas. And that's, I would honestly look it up on Goodreads real quick and tell you guys what that one's about. I don't have the book here with me, but that's why Goodreads is amazing. Oh, and here it is. Okay. Let me get to the book. Sorry, no, I don't have Mary and Boy. Oh, it's right here. 12 Days of Christmas. Okay. I'm only going to read a little bit of it because it's super long. Continuing a festival and around 29 times or something. Author Debbie Macomber. Okay. Returns with a new original holiday novel full of romance and really sounds by reading the Goodreads thing. It sounds like it's like, oh yeah. Oh, oops. Sorry, you guys. I was just for that right there. Sounds like it's about 12 Days of Christmas is about. It's more like celebrating Christmas. So there's these people celebrate Christmas with other family members that they don't honestly know, but they do celebrate Christmas with those relatives they don't even know. But one of this family that, because I've seen the movie, so I actually know what this is about. I saw the movie on Hallmark some years ago. It's just a good movie. So it was about this gal who got run off the road, nowhere to stay, no hotels. But what I'm saying, at this guy's house with the daughter, and they also, she also had to stay there for a few days because her boss didn't like that at all. But can learn to, how to deal with it. But she did fall in love with the guy who had a daughter, who was absolutely wonderful to her, and they ended up dating, and that's what the 12 Days of Christmas is honestly about. So, thank you for coming to Lazy Books today. If you're new, please comment below and all that fun stuff. We have one tip of the Lord and one friendship tip in our one other tip. Our tip of the Lord is read your devotions with a parent or your husband or your boyfriend, whoever wants to read it with you, let them read it with you, and it's a good way to stay closer to the Lord. And our second tip, the friendship tip. Well, we had a great day with Friends, a nice thing you could ever give a friend is a book. Of a book out there they never heard of. If you know our homegirl, my bestie Danielle Jose, I had two of the same book, so I gave the second copy of the book to her, and she was being super excited. So it's good to give friends their gifts, a gift once in a while, just tell them how much you love them. And our internet tips for this week. Well, if you are trying your best to be a good booktuber or a vlogger, I recommend try not put somebody else's RUL in your main description what your channel thing is about. Only because it's not right to do that. It's not nice. It's not nice to do that, but you also have to be careful with other people's feelings on that. Ask them first. If they say no, then you need to try to respect that. So that's it. That's it. If you are new, check out the other vlogs I have on my channel. Click down onto the right subscribe button down below. Click the notification bell for more fun book reviews, updates, new fun book tags, all that fun stuff, even TBR episodes. And so that you all know, if you guys are new, just like you think so, please put a comment down below in the comments. Or if you're new to the book community, please put it in a book friendly community. So if you are a book tuber, you're going to be part of the book channel of the month, please also leave a comment in the book community. Thank you for coming to Good Books. It's always fun here. Oh, we almost forgot our shoutouts. But we might want the one from me out. We did have some new. What's that one? So this one. That's try for the channel because that's where they go. This was another fan. Oh, we did that on last week. So we're not doing the shoutouts this week because we don't really have any. I did the shoutouts next week's vlog, the book shelf vlog. And I might do another vlog tomorrow because we're getting some new books tomorrow and I do want to share it with you guys. So I might have another vlog at some point. I may not. Only because those books are the other books are from a book series. Ones I never thought I would honestly own. So I honestly can't really get those books tomorrow. Only because I do want to do a book recommendation vlog for that. So for this week, or to show you guys the books in general, I probably will post photos of them on the book club community, so you guys can also check that out. Take your different Good Books. We have fun here. Reading, having fun, doing our devotions, read more, read a full book. And somebody rude you another fun vlog that you guys will be really happy to see. Thank you to come with this book journey with me of the Debbie Macomber novels, and I'm sure you guys are gonna love this vlog. Give this vlog a big thumbs up, and always remember, for the newcomers, if you are new, check out the other videos I have on my channel, and I'm sure you're gonna love them. But for our book familiars, we also want to welcome the new people in. We did have some new people in, but that their channel didn't show up on my thing, so quick shout out to who you know who you are. Thank you to Consolation Good Books, and I just want to say, happy reading. Thanks guys. Give this like a big thumbs up. Click down to the red subscribe button down below. Click on the navigation bar for the shorts, updates, all that fun stuff we do here. And thank you to Consolation Good Books for first my book familiars. We've been doing a really good job getting new subscribers and new people interested in our vlogging. So, of our channel here. So, thank you for coming. If you are new, welcome and check out the other vlogs I have on here and all that fun stuff. Also, comment, like, share all you want. And we do love newcomers. We love the Lord with all of our soul and all of our joy. Love Lazy Good Books as a great book family that welcomes you completely in. Now, book familiars are beginning a newcomer, please just welcome them in completely. Thank you to Consolation Good Books, because we have fun here reading and all that. Give this like a bigger thumbs up and peace out.